Alright, in this video I'm going to show you some more advanced stuff with the modules and how to edit them and change things with them. So this might be a little bit of a long-winded video, but hang in there and you'll learn something. So first off, we have already added our module over here on the left in the last video, and over here we have part of the Get a Quote Now button, which is usually below the extra mile blog. What we're going to do is I'm going to add the blog side menu to this page. So what I'd like to do is I'm going to go up to modules. I'm going to go to add new module, and I'm going to type in blog. That's the easiest way to find it. Usually you can scroll through the list, and I want to add this blog to the right side menu body, which is over here. And that has popped up below where we want it to, but it's in the same container, just below. So what I want to do is if I hover over this arrow here, I can actually move this up. So I'm going to click up, and this should put it above. There we go, above that button. And as you notice right now, this thing looks kind of really goofy and doesn't quite look like the other pages here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Settings, and I do not want this to be called blog. The module titles on most of these modules are actually turned off. I have deleted those. So that's what you want to do to get rid of that goofy text that pops up in the heading there. Scroll down. Let's see, permissions. What we want to do is if you see the locks across all of these, uncheck this box as inherit view permissions from page, then you want to, let's say we wanted all users to view this module, we would click that checkbox there. That's really the only one you really want to worry about. Remember, don't unless you want to add more people to write blogs of the site, I would not mess with these permissions over here. Especially for all users. So we'll just leave it at that. We don't want anyone to see at least this right now. Alright, and we're going to go to... But normally, if you wanted to make a page that was visible to everyone on that module, and it doesn't have to be the blog, any module has these features, just make sure that all users is checked right here under View Module column. And this stop sign thing that comes up there, that means that nothing can see that. So you don't really want to, unless you're administrator, no one will be able to see this website or this page or that module. Sorry. Page settings. Let's see here. We don't need anything in there. Okay, blog settings. This module has its own content, a parent blog. What we do, there's a little bit of a bug on here, but it's not too difficult. We want to click here. And then you can kind of notice that it still wants you to select, so we just want to click right below this module. It has its own content. And then blog to show, 7-star services. Author to show, we want that set as all. Template, default system, we do not want that. That's the main blog skin. But what we want to show is the latest post template. And what we do is we click update. And you'll see that your blog menu has popped over to the right hand side. And as you notice too, above that menu on this page that I made, we have another module with a heading on it. That's what I'm going to add right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back up to modules, add new module. I'm going to do an HTML module. I want to add that to the right side menu, body. And look, it popped below where I want it to go again. So what we do is we hover over the arrow, and we can go either up, but we want to go top, because we have two things up there. So we want to go top this time. That'll send it to the top of this container. And that's in there. We don't want this text HTML, so we're going to go to Settings. We're going to go back to Module Settings, delete that in the module title, and we're going to update. And that's gone now. And then I'm going to do a little bit of modification to this guy to style it. And I want it to look just like how we have it over here, which if you go to... Another thing I do too, since the stuff looks kind of goofy in when you have edit mode turned on, I usually have two. I usually use Firefox and Chrome in tandem. I usually am logged into one or the other and logged out of the other, so I can kind of see what things look like when they're actually live. But see in the equipments page here, it looks a little bit different than what we have right there, but this is kind of how we want it set up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the settings. Actually, I'm going to go into, hover over this pencil icon and go to edit content. This is the easiest way to do this. And sometimes the module window goes to the bottom of the thing. It's kind of a little goofy bug, but if you click on this arrow right here, it brings it up full screen. And so you notice that we have our design editor up here. We're going to click on HTML, in which I have some inline styling on this, which will give that heading a margin of 100 pixels on the top. This pushes the module down so the sticky nav bar doesn't get in the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this, I'm going to copy this guy, I'm going to close this, I don't want to save it, and I'm going to go over to 7-Star Services Training page again. I'm going to hover over Edit Content, drag that up, I'm going to go to HTML, delete what's there, and I'm going to paste in that inline styling that I have set up for all those modules, and I'm going to click Save. And now you notice that the extra mile text is there with a margin of 100 pixels on top. And I believe I can hit Close Edit Mode. You'll still see these visible by administrators only tabs on here, but what we're doing over on that right menu looks like this. So that's how you set up the blog menu